So for almost 8 years now, I have been swimming, and over that time, I have had some very interesting coaches. Today I'm going to tell you a few stories. This first story takes place when I was about 7 years old. It was my third swim teacher because the place that I was going had a lot of employee turnover. Spoiler alert, this guy got fired. First of all, I don't think I learned anything while he was teaching. He mainly just made me do things that I had done before. And I know practice makes perfect, but he didn't even teach me any new techniques. And when I was struggling, he would just say, "Why don't we take a break and play with toys?" Yeah, I don't think he actually wanted to do work, but that's beyond the point. So this was a group class and I was with a few other kids. I was shy, but I wasn't really timid. So this didn't scare me, but it did scare someone else. And apparently lots, because this is the reason he was fired. When he would tell us to do something, he would say, "If you don't do this right, you're getting one of these." What? Now I knew he wasn't gonna do anything to hurt us, and I wasn't scared of it, but I was going, if you're trying to be funny, then you're not being that way. It didn't make anyone except for him laugh. So really, I don't know why he did it anymore. It actually genuinely freaked out some kids, thinking that he was gonna punch them if they don't do this right. And after many complaints, he didn't stop. He just thought it was too funny. Side story, a year later, he gave my dad some of his goggles. So I mean, he was a nice guy, just a strange teacher. Moving on. At this point, I was about 10. I knew how to swim pretty well, and I was moving from lessons to an actual swim team. I had a very specific swim coach. Spoiler alert, a year later he was fired from that position and became a janitor. You'll find out why in a second. He wasn't a terrible coach, and I definitely learned a good experience from him. But on my first day, when I was the oldest one there and most other people were 8 to 9, after swimming one stroke, he pulled us out of the pool and said, "And now for something completely different." Get it? Monty Python? First of all, I love Monty Python, and I think for anyone else that would have been a great reference. But let's remember the details. These are 8 to 10-year-old kids. I bet some of my audience now doesn't even know what Monty Python is. But it got even worse when he said this. Who here watches Monty Python? Raise your hand. This guy is so weird. Yeah, if you're gonna make that reference, choose someone that is just a little bit older. A few weeks later, it came to diving. He wanted us to learn how to do a good racing dive. And to be honest, we were awful. He bluntly told us that we needed a lot of work. And that's okay, I respect that. But then he got on the diving block himself, and he did the worst dive. He did worse than my dive, and mine was awful. He basically belly flopped the coach that was yelling at us for not diving well. Hey, it's Clay. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Click here to subscribe to Our World to You, and click here to see my newest main channel video. And if you like shirts that have floating text, then you've come to the right place, because I forgot not to wear green.